So there is yet another banned episode of Dance Moms, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. I kind of stumbled upon this one by accident this time. And in the first two episodes, if you missed them, they are up on my channel, but we talked about the fan dance. I think it was called Fantastic. Basically, the girls were dancing in season 1 or season 2, one of the very early seasons, and they were dancing with like the pink feather fans, emulating a Vegas topless showgirl. So that episode was banned for obvious reasons. That one's up on my channel. And then the second one is when Brooke was forced to dance with and go on a date with a child pred, which that one is banned for obvious reasons as well. Again, that's up on my channel if you want to watch it. But today's, I've seen some discourse saying that this was probably the most tasteless, disgusting episode of Dance Moms that was ever posted ever. So I guess it was banned for obvious reasons. But today we're going to be talking about that one, and we're going to be taking a look at the dance that I guess is one of the main reasons why this episode was banned.
Be by myself, baby, I need some time alone.
So the reason why I stumbled across this one by accident is because I was watching Dance Moms A New Era on Amazon Prime, and I realized that episode 8 was missing and it just cut to episode 9. And me and my friend were looking like, where is it? Why can't we watch this? So I took to the internet and I found some Reddit forums talking about it being banned and some people that watched it when it first aired. So this is Dance Moms A New Era, season 1, episode 8. And essentially in this episode they have this girl, Ashlyn, which is one of the dancers on the team, and she is going to be dancing a John Benet Ramsey solo, which we're going to take a look at the solo. But apparently there were some absolutely disgusting lines in this episode, which is why it got banned, which we're going to be talking about that as well. Unfortunately, unlike the other two banned Dance Moms episodes that I watched and reacted to, I've never seen this one and it doesn't seem to be available anywhere. It is removed from all platforms. So I'm definitely thinking that the viewers were probably right when saying that this one is one of the most obscene episodes of Dance Moms that they ever actually aired. Let's take a look at some of the things that people had an issue with from this episode.
I got what I want, so much different than I need.
So we're basically going to go over what happened in this episode because we basically all missed it. There is a reaction over on Brianna Dance Reader's channel that you can watch where she reacts to this episode before it was banned. So you can see a couple clips over there if you'd like to check that one out. We're also going to take a look at the backlash that this caused, and like huge publications like Fox News and People Magazine covered this, which I'm assuming is why it ended up getting taken down. And we'll take a look at some clips from Ashlyn's John Benet dance. So essentially this dance is the episode before they go to regionals, and then nationals is the very last episode of this season. And all 8 dancers are assigned to be in one group dance, which is called God Don't Give with Both Hands. And they're going to Ignite Dance live competition in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Mina is assigned a spy solo, and I honestly thought that it was going to be something Britney Spears related. She looks like she's wearing the Oops, I Did It Again outfit that Britney Spears is wearing, like the red bodysuit. Like, it's literally exactly the same costume. Maybe another reason why this episode might have been banned is there's a bunch of clips of her mom, Min, being like borderline abusive in my opinion. Like screaming at her until she's crying and then yanking at her hair, like really yanking at her hair. So I'm like, I don't know. Definitely didn't make Min look very good, that's for sure. They also give Audrey a back tuck off of a bench. So this is like a piece of drama over the episode because they're discussing the entire time like whether she's going to be able to do it or not, and they don't come up with the final decision decision till the very end. Then Glow tells Audrey basically that it's up to her, and she does the back tuck off of the bench, and she puts her hands down. She doesn't stick it. But none of that is the reason why this episode got banned. The episode got banned because of Ashlyn's solo that she was assigned, and this solo she was assigned was called Glitz, and the solo was supposed to be Ashlyn portraying the tragic story of JonBenet Ramsey, and JonBenet Ramsey was a pageant circuit kid from the 90s who was murdered. And not only was Ashlyn's solo supposed to be her playing JonBenet Ramsey in like a pageant role, but they had her strangling herself at the very end, which is it's already tasteless to be doing a JonBenet Ramsey solo in my opinion, but then to have the person dancing the solo be strangling themselves on stage in the end is just so tasteless. So I understand the backlash. Even though Audrey didn't land the back tuck, the group dance still came in first anyway. Mina's solo came in first as well, and Ashlyn doesn't win her category. She got a score of 297, so she was literally 3 points away from a perfect score. I'm surprised that they didn't dock her because of the inappropriate content of the solo itself.
Alone on the floor, so numb, have forgotten how to bleed.
And like I was saying, there was a lot of backlash because of this episode, but specifically because of this solo, and it was covered on The Sun, it was covered on Fox News, People Magazine, on Reddit, and here's what some of the backlash was. Here's what some people had to say. It was extremely disturbing. I feel like with cases like JonBenet, where the cases are incredibly public, people start to blur the lines and forget these are actual real-life children. Somebody else said, I think a dance about JonBenet could never truly be done in taste. It's just emphasizing a horrific murder of a child. They could have easily done a beauty pageant routine without exploiting murder. Someone else writes, I think it was in super poor taste and also somehow had literally nothing to do with the case at all. And another writing, this almost made me stop watching the show. The way they handled it was so wrong, and asking a young child to research a case that involves the essay of a child is absolutely grotesque. Meanwhile, I guess somebody on the show said, quote, you look like JonBenet after she was murdered. And this user wrote on Reddit, I'll never forget that line. Absolutely disgusting. I'm not sure who said this line, but I'm sure that it was in reference to Ashlyn and what she looked like in all of her makeup and stuff for her solos. So that is what people had to say about this episode. I personally understand why it was banned. I do wish that I could have seen the rest of the episode though, because I did want to see the group dance and stuff. And the fact that the solo is online, which was the most controversial part, and the rest of the episode is not, when the rest of the episode wasn't really an issue, that's where my issue is. But that is the most recent banned Dance Moms episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think that this episode should have been banned? Did you want to see this episode? Are you even watching Dance Moms A New Era? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm just out for a walk again. It is 27 degrees Celsius here today, which is I think like 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Beautiful day to go for a walk, and I'm just listening to day 3 of the Diddy trials. In contrast to the absolutely gorgeous nature, I'm listening to just the most demonstrous human being in the tall, tall grass.
She made a slip. So what do you mean? He just sucked.
But that is it from me for today's video. Before we go, I just want to say a great big thank you to all of my patrons for supporting this channel. And as always, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.